All right, for question 5, you're given a little bit of information about a website which breaks up train journeys to give customers a lower price if they're going on multi-stage journeys. And it says, discuss the extent to which websites such as raileasy.co.uk might help correct market failure in this case. So this question here is an 8-mark question, and you're trying to say, okay, is it correcting market failure? So the way that I would look at it is to say, well, first of all, say, well, what type of market failure are we looking at? And it's most likely to do with the fact that it's asymmetric information or information failure because the consumers are not aware of the fact that there are cheaper fares out there. Essentially, the train companies are sort of, they know it, but they're not passing it on to the consumers. And so this means that the prices are currently too high because consumers don't know about the cheaper fares. The new website makes customers aware of these fares, and so that means that they're buying more tickets and increasing their welfare. So another way of explaining this in terms of the market failure is to say that before this website, there was a high price, which meant that there could have been more consumers that actually got welfare, because essentially what they're doing is with the new website, the website allows the price of the tickets to come down to P2, and so that area there, which used to be deadweight loss, that pink area, you can actually say is now all consumer surplus. So I've actually just changed that to say consumer surplus. And that area there is brand new consumer surplus. It didn't exist before. And so that's why you could say that it was market failure because there was deadweight loss there, but now that they've reduced the price, it actually corrects it by increasing the consumer surplus. Now this question has 2 marks available for AO4, which is evaluation, and you can tell that because it says discuss. And so it's useful to put in some sort of counter argument here to explain why it might not be the case that this would correct the market failure. And so I've just put a couple of arguments on here. So this is like the but. I'm saying does it cover all the fares? So essentially, this only works in certain circumstances if you're able to break up the journey into multiple stages. It only works if you pay in advance. If you just show up to the train station, you're not going to get the lower fare, so that's going to reduce the impact that it has. It might be the case that you must know about the website to be able to do this. So in that way, there's an extent to which it's not correcting the market failure completely. And are customers really certain that this is a legit website? And it's a point to make to say that this website comes online. Maybe some customers are going to say, well, this is too good to be true, and so therefore I'm not gonna buy this. It's basically 2 marks for the AO1, which is to say how well are you explaining the market failure, how well can you explain that it's information failure, and possibly even the idea of the deadweight loss. 4 marks for contextual explanation to do with the fact that it's the rail fares, and then 2 marks to bring up some sort of counter argument to explain that it might not completely correct the market failure.